Finely shredded potatoes mixed with onion and Gruyere, cooked crispy and golden. A crispy potato dish that is exceedingly delicious. We just can't stop eating them. These are rosti potatoes. This perfect way of preparing potatoes is a traditional Swiss dish often served at breakfast, but after you make the recipe, you're going to be like us, ready to serve them for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner all the time, in fact. Now, there are 4 key things about this rosti potato recipe that make them so memorable. We're going to start with the potatoes. Just remember, you're going to need to parboil the potatoes the day before you intend to make them. Let's get started. So we're using a waxy variety of potatoes. You'll need 2 for the recipe. Place them into a pot half filled with water, add a sprinkle of kosher salt, then bring them to a boil. When they do boil, reduce to a low setting for a soft boil and parboil for 15 minutes. Then strain off the hot water, add cold, and then when they've cooled down, transfer to a bowl, cover, and refrigerate overnight. Next day, you have your parboiled potatoes, but here comes step 2, where we boost the flavor profile with a couple of enhancements. Of course, we could do just plain old potatoes, but why, when you could really add some wonderful flavor to this dish? Here's how we do it. Grate the potatoes, skin and all, into a bowl. Then we're going to take 3 onions. The green ends get chopped and saved for a garnish, while the white bits get finely chopped and then added in with those potatoes, along with half a cup of grated Gruyere cheese. Do a sprinkle of kosher salt as well as black pepper, then toss the mixture together gently. The addition of cheese and onion to this recipe is the game changer. We love that we're using a Swiss cheese in this Swiss recipe. Perfect combo. Key step number 3 now is about cooking the potatoes, and I'm using a butter-lard combo. Large skillet on stovetop, moderate heat. When the pan comes to temperature, add 1 teaspoon of butter plus 1 teaspoon of lard or bacon fat. When they melt and get bubbly, we're adding the potato mixture. Distribute it evenly in the pan. I like to coax the edges in for a nice clean look. We're going to cook this side for 8 minutes. Now comes the flip. Just think it through in advance if you want. Do a couple of practice rounds with a pan and a plate before you begin the recipe. You'll do perfect, we know. Place a large plate over the skillet, then invert. The rosti is gorgeous and golden, perfect. Skillet goes back on the heat. Add the remaining teaspoons of butter and lard, then slide the rosti back into the skillet. Cook that flip side for 8 minutes too. Pretty amazing, right? Now comes the fun part, where I get to show you how I serve this dish, if I may, please. Rosti goes onto a plate or a cutting board. Sprinkle it with the chopped green half of the green onions. Then cut the rosti into 4. Then we're transferring portions over to luncheon plates. Serve them with scrambled or fried eggs. You can also add crispy bacon or smoked salmon, complete with capers, red onion, dill, and a dollop of horseradish on the side. Swoon worthy. And on top of the rosti, a dollop of sour cream and a little bit more of the chopped green onion. Seriously, that's how we take potatoes from simple to amazing. Full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. When you're visiting our website, please subscribe to it. Look for this video and many more on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then finally, when breakfast, brunch, or dinner, or any meal looks as delicious as this, take a picture of it and post it on your favorite socials using hashtag weekendatthecottage on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. It's our potato rosti recipe, and is it ever good? Enjoy. Crunchy. Cheesy. Beautiful. Breakfast, everybody. Let's go.